Okay, so in this video, I'm going to go through the 2020 trial HSC for the Blacktown Boys High School, just the multiple choice section. So question 1, what is the domain of the function f of x is equal to the square root of 1 minus x squared? Now it's important for you to remember that this function here is a semicircle. So if we were to sketch the semicircle, it has a radius of the square root of 1, because this, remember, is r squared minus x squared. So if r squared is equal to 1, r is equal to 1. So that's 1 minus 1, 1. And we know that it's positive, right? Here it says plus, or there's no minus. If it was negative, it'll be down here. So the domain, which is from all possible x values, it ranges from -1 all the way to 1, inclusive, so we use the square brackets. So the answer is D. Question 2. What is the angle of inclination of the line root 3x minus y plus 2 root 3 is equal to 0 with respect to the positive x-axis? So what we need to do here is we need to make it y equals mx plus b, or root 3x plus 2 root 3. All I did was I moved that to the other side to make it positive y. That means that the gradient is root 3. Whenever we want to find the angle of inclination, we pretty much are saying the gradient is tan. Tan of the angle is the gradient. So theta has to equal to the inverse tan of root 3, or arctan, which is 60. B. Okay, so just be careful here. If this said it was negative root 3, then with our all stations to central, we know it has to be either here or here. And then that will be 60, and so the angle theta would actually be 120. Or this would be 60, and the angle theta will actually be 300, depending on the question. Question 3. Which of the following is equal to log base 332 over log base 3 of 2? So we can rewrite the numerator as log base 3 of 2 to the power 5 over log base 3 of 2. We can use our log laws to bring the power down to the front. So we have 5 log base 3 of 2 over log base 3 of 2. These cancel each other out, so the answer is just 5. Question 4. John works in a cake shop, and based on sales over 2 weeks, he conducted a survey of the 5 most popular cakes. What type of data is this? So basically what he's doing is he's asking the question, what's your favorite cake, or what are the most popular cakes? So you can't get a numerical answer from that, so you know it's definitely not C or D. Nominal means no order. Ordinal means we can order it, but we can't order these cakes. So the answer has to be A. Question 5. The graph below shows the cost of producing boxes of chocolates and the income received from their sale. Use the graph to determine the number of boxes that need to be sold to break even. Well, break even point is when cost is equal to income, or revenue. So that's it, it's just 3. Okay, question 6. The time taken to travel between 2 regional cities is approximately normally distributed with a mean of 85 minutes and a standard deviation of 4 minutes. The percentage of travel times that are between 81 minutes and 93 minutes is closest to. Now, for us at Thomas Hassel, this won't be in our trial exam because we haven't covered this topic yet, but let me just go through how to do this. Whenever a question tells us that data is normally distributed, I always draw my my bell curve, and in the middle we've got our mean of 85 minutes. It's a standard deviation of 4 minutes, so 1, 2, 3 standard deviations above the mean. 85 plus 4 is 89, plus 4 is 93, plus 4 is 97. 1, 2, 3. 85 minus 4 is 81, 77, 73. And in our reference sheet here, we've got our normal distribution here. And it tells us these percentages. Now, what I want you to memorize is each different part. That's 34%. That's 34%. This is 13.5. This is 2.35. And this is 0.015. 0.15%. And it's the same on the other side. So 13.5, 2.35, and 0.15. So please memorize those 4 numbers. So the question says the percentage of travel times that are between 81 minutes and 93 minutes. So we want all of this. So that's 34 plus 34 plus 13.5, which is 81.5%. C. Question 7. The Pareto chart below shows the order received by a business for 5 months. What percentage of orders were received in May? So here we've got 50% of orders were received in April. Probably about 68 or so percent, maybe 69% were received in both April and May. So that means in May, it's the difference between these two percentages. So I'll say 68, so it has to be 18%. 68 minus 50 is 18. Question 8, which statement is true for the point P on the curve? Y equals f of x. So here we can see f dash of a, the gradient is sloping down, so it has to be less than 0. So that means it's not B or D. And we can also see that at point P it's concave down, so f double dash of a also has to be less than 0. So the answer is A. Okay, question 9. A box contains 5 red marbles and 4 blue marbles. Stella selects 3 marbles at random without replacing them. The probability that at least one of the marbles that Stella selects is red is... Okay, so we've got red or blue. She selects 3 marbles at random. Okay, so she has 5 out of 9 chance that she'll pick a red marble the first time, 4 out of 9 for blue. When she selects one, she does not replace it, so now these are all out of 8. And this is all out of 7. So 4, 3, this one, there's still 4 blue. And here, there is still 4. One way to, I guess, do this pretty easily is every time a branch is split into 2 branches or more, they will always add up to 1. So 4 over 8 plus 4 over 8 is 1. 3 over 7 plus 4 over 7 equals 1. So here we've got 4 red left, because we've already picked one for the first time. So this has to be a 3 here. This one is 5 red and only 3 blue. 4, 3, 5, and 2. So the question says the probability that at least one of the marbles that Stella selects is red. So I think the easiest way to do that is find the probability when none of them are red, so they're all blue, and we'll just do 1 minus that. So the probability that at least one red, that's equal to 1 minus the probability of blue, blue, blue. Well, blue, blue, blue is down here, and the probability of that is 4 over 9 times 3 over 8 times 2 over 7, which is equal to 4 over 9 times 3 over 8 times 2 over 7, 1 over 21. So 1 minus 1 over 21, which is 20 over 21. B. Okay, and last multiple choice question. Consider the graphs of the function f of x and g of x shown below. The area of the shaded region could be represented by which of the following? So whenever we want to find the area, it's always top curve minus bottom curve. But we can see here that the top curve starts at when x is 0 and ends when d is 0. And the bottom curve only starts when it's at a and ends at c. Okay, so it is not b. We can't just say because f of x is above g of x. We can't say it's from 0 to d of f of x minus g of x. Because if we were to actually continue that, because it's from 0 to d, and that was to continue, we are actually going to include these little bits. And we don't want that. So actually, the answer is not B. It's the f of x goes from 0 to d. So it's from 0 to d, so it's not that. We said it's not B already, it's not C. It has to be D. But let's just confirm that. 0 to d of f of x and the integral of g of x from a to c. And that's what that is. So the answer is D.